Good morning. Today is Wednesday, June 6th, F Day. I'm Cassandra Joseph.
And I'm Josh Baker.
And this is Kennedy Live. Now for some school announcements. If you are interested in working behind the scenes of Kennedy Live, email B. Gibson or A. Andreani at kennedycatholic.org.
Christian Service Hour deadlines. Please have your 30 hours of required Christian service filled out, signed, and handed into the deans by today. Service recording sheets can be found in the library at the circulation desk. St. Joseph's Religious Education needs volunteers for their program, beginning in September right here at Kennedy Catholic High School on Sunday mornings and Monday afternoons. Choose which day works best for you and earn 1 hour of section service right now for registering with Ms. Falcone as a volunteer and completing the online training. Vacation Bible Camp volunteers. Many parishes need volunteers for Vacation Bible Camp over the summer. This is a great way to get a jump on next year's hours. See Ms. Falcone for details. Any summer Christian service hours is applicable to next year's hours. If you perform these hours in full Kennedy spring uniform, the Christian Service Office will apply a bonus of 50% to the time you volunteered. That's time and a half. See Ms. Falcone for proof of uniform requirements. Ms. Falcone is in the library every day after school to answer questions, or you can email her at anna.falcone@kennedycatholic.org to arrange a meeting.
And now over to Righteous Reviews with Tomas.
Good morning, Kennedy Catholic High School. My name is Tomas Rodina, and welcome back to this year's final episode of Righteous Reviews. Now, today we're going to review the movie you've all been waiting for, Avengers: Infinity War. I'm going to give you the short version. I love this movie. I find Infinity War to be one of the most fun and ambitious films in Marvel's recent history. For one, the villain is actually important, and the story has real stakes and tension. And the conclusion, which I won't spoil for you guys, is something I've been waiting for a movie to do for a long time. However, I do see its flaws. Primarily, the movie really relies on you having seen the previous Marvel films, so you already know who the characters are and what their motivations are. Overall, I'm going to give Avengers: Infinity War a 9 out of 10 if you've seen previous Marvel movies, but if you haven't, it'll probably be more like a 6 or 7 out of 10, depending on your knowledge of the characters. Well, that's it for me, and I'll be back next year for even more Righteous Reviews to come, just like that.
Emily Lavelle is holding a pancake breakfast at Applebee's on Saturday, June 9th to benefit her Gold Award project. Students who would like to volunteer would get 3 hours of community service from 7:30 to 10:30. Email elavelle@kennedycatholic.org for more information.
If you would like to campaign on Kennedy Live, email kennedylive@kennedycatholic.org.
Now to This Day in History with Denis.
Good morning, Kennedy Catholic. I'm Denis Burov, and welcome to This Day in History. On this day in 1639, Massachusetts grants 500 acres to erect a gunpowder mill. In 1809, Sweden declares an independence. A constitutional monarchy established with a new constitution empowering Riksdag after 20 years of an absolute monarchy. In 1816, 10 inches of snow fall in New England, part of A Year Without a Summer, which followed the eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia. And in 1918, the Battle of Blue Wood is the first U.S. victory of World War I. That's all for this day in history. Now back over to the anchors.
Thanks, Denis. In breaking news, at least 25 people were killed Sunday after a volcanic eruption near Guatemala's capital, and authorities feared the death toll could rise with an undetermined number of people unaccounted for. The Volcán de Fuego, Spanish for volcano of fire, exploded in a hail of ash and molten rock shortly before noon Sunday, blanketing nearby villages in heavy ash. Eddie Sanchez, director of the country's Seismology and Volcanology Institute, said the flows reached temperatures of about 1,300 degrees. Hundreds of rescue workers, including firefighters, police, and soldiers, worked to rescue any survivors and recover any more bodies amid the still smoking lava.
Now for our featured stories. 4 people were arrested Sunday after peaceful rallies in Oregon turned violent as Antifa protesters clashed with a Patriot Prayer rally, triggering bloody fights in the streets. Patriot Prayer, which describes itself as a peaceful First Amendment advocacy group, organized Tiny's Freedom March in Portland as a going-away event for Tusitala Tiny Toos Portland police started to warn the crowds at Terry Shrunk Plaza and Chapman and Lonsdale Square at around 4 p.m. That violence had started to break out. Police urged participants to leave the area due to the violence that started to spark between both groups. 4 men were arrested in the protests.
A hotel valet had to be cut out of a Porsche after a bungled parking job, which saw the luxury sports car end up squashed underneath an SUV. A large crowd gathered to watch as the driver was rescued from the soft-top Porsche Carrera by emergency workers outside the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Sydney, Australia. The car had reportedly accelerated during the parking attempt and somehow ended up under the orange sports utility vehicle. The black Porsche is then backed onto a tow truck with its hood and front bumper appearing crunched and badly dented.
Yikes. Well, I'm Cassandra Joseph.
And I'm Josh Baker.
And this has been Kennedy Live.
Have a great day.